So everyone always wonders, why do violence victims stay? Why would someone stay in a relationship if they are being physically or verbally abused, right? So there are a number of reasons that someone would want to do something like that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over four reasons, right? Four reasons why victims of domestic violence stay. Why do they stay in those relationships? Research shows that over 80% of abusers are men, right? So over 80% of abusers are men. So which means it's not only men are actually committing these types of abuse, there are a significant amount of women who are also abusers as well. But no surprise, over 80% of abusers are men. And a lot of times, the research also shows that it's a lot of young women are finding themselves in situations where they are the ones that are being abused. So, what would cause someone to stay? Because people always wonder, why don't you just leave? Why can't you just walk away? I would never let someone hit me. I would never let someone do this to me or whatever the case is. Why can't you just get up and leave? That seems to be that common idea that a lot of people would have. Surprisingly enough, if you look at a lot of research, a lot of those same people who say that they will just get up and leave if they found themselves in an abusive relationship, they don't, right? They actually don't get up and leave. Even very educated people who would tell themselves that I would never allow this guy to beat up on me and stay in a relationship with him, right? Or vice versa. I would never allow this female, this woman to beat up on me and stay in that type of relationship. Or even if it's a same sex type of relationship, whatever the situation is, they would not allow someone to beat up on them and actually stay in that relationship. So even educated people say that as well. And guess what? A lot of them actually do stay. So why do people stay in these relationships? Well, first, they go together. Shame and embarrassment, right? That is one of the number one reasons why people will stay in that type of relationship. Remember, you probably said probably to your friends or your family, that's never going to happen to me. If anyone was to ever verbally or physically abuse me, I'll just walk away. I am better than that. And so when it actually happens to some people now, they can't walk away because they're ashamed. They don't want anyone to find out, right? They don't want their family and friends to know that they are allowing someone to abuse them. They're in an abusive, violent relationship, right? So they don't want that person to know. Or they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed for themselves. They're so embarrassed because, again, they can't believe that they allow themselves to get into that situation. So shame and embarrassment, that is number one. Number two is fear. They're absolutely fearful of that person, that they might act if they leave. And, a lot of good researchers and a lot of organizations would tell you that would deal with domestic violence would tell you, be careful how you're leaving, pack your bag when they're not at home, make sure you have a plan in place if it's a violent type of relationship, and orchestrate you leaving in a certain type of way that you don't get yourself hurt or killed, right? That's actually something that a lot of organizations would tell you that support people who go through those types of abusive relationships. But a lot of people have been told, I will, they've told you, I'll kill you if you leave, or said something like that to you. So guess what? A lot of people don't leave, initially at least, because of fear. That's the second reason. The third is they can't believe that they could do better. Now, I've actually talked to several women who've been in abusive relationships, and they were convinced that this person had, because they had helped them at some point in time throughout their life, that they had a weird kind of loyalty to this person, right? And then wrapped up in that loyalty they had to them because that person helped them in some way along the way was also the fact that they didn't believe now that they could do any better in life if they did not have that person. And that's the next thing, right? That's number three. They don't believe, someone in an abusive relationship a lot of times don't believe that they could do any better. All right, they can't do better. They have to have this person in their life. They have this, and sometimes it's attached to that weird loyalty they have to them because the person has been good to them in the past. They help them accomplish something. Maybe they help you go through school. And so you feel a kind of loyalty to them, even though they're abusing you verbally or physically. There still is, well, you know, he used to help me or she used to help me. So they're beating you or they're verbally abusing you, but in your head, you still have that kind of loyalty. And so that keeps a lot of people trapped in that type of situation. Number four, I can't believe this is what he or she's doing. You actually can't believe that the person is being abusive. Now you might ask yourself, how can that happen? How can you not believe? Why? Because they were so nice, right? This person was so nice when you met them initially. And a lot of times for a long period of time after that, they've been so nice to you. You can't believe how different they are when they get upset. You can't believe that they'll say the things that they're saying to you. You can't believe that the person that you have fallen in love with is actually beating you. And so there is this whole idea of dealing with the reality of what's going on, and then you in this dream world of what used to happen, right? So you're using your past, right, to put a shadow over your future and over the reality of what's going on at the moment. So it's one of those things where you just can't believe, and it's like, I can't believe this person is doing, I'm not seeing this. Is this real, right? And so that's why a lot of people are still caught up in those relationships. And then you start asking yourself, what did I do? Right? What did I do to get, because you can't believe this nice guy is beating you, or this nice woman is hitting you, or whatever the case is, beating you, or whatever the situation is. So you're asking yourself, what did I do to make this nice person, this person that I fell in love with, hit me, abuse me, beat me, whatever the case is, talk to me the way he or she talks to me. I can't believe they're doing it. I must have done something wrong. And so a lot of times people will still be in that relationship trying to figure out, what can I fix? What can I do different so that this person will not hit me again, right? So there are your four reasons. Number one, shame and embarrassment. Shame, you don't want people to find out. Embarrassed, they're embarrassed that they allow themselves to be in that situation after saying, that will never happen to me, right? Number two, fear that how the person will act if they know you're about to leave them or after. As you know, sometimes situations like that can turn out to be very violent. I can't do better. Number three, they don't believe they could do better. It's also attached to a weird loyalty they have to the person because the person has helped them along the way or helped them with something else in their life. And number four, I can't believe this really nice, handsome, whatever guy or female or whatever the case is actually hitting me. I can't believe it. Maybe I did something and I need to change what I'm doing so that I don't get hit again, right? Those are just four reasons, right? And I'll come back and visit this topic again. But those are four reasons why people who are struggling in domestic violent relationships, why they actually stay. So let me know your thoughts. Do you know someone who's in a situation like that? You don't have to use their name, but please leave your comments, right? Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your post notifications. Please share the videos and hit the like button. And until the next time, I'll leave some resources in the description box for anyone who might be going through anything like this. Till the next time, peace.